I'm outside. I'm going to try this outside today. Let's see how this goes. We'll see if you can even see it. But I was tired of being indoors, and so I just thought I'd try it outside. Let's see what we can do. Now, we're going to do something like this. So we're going to have our red, yellow, and blue, which are our primary colors, and we always use. So you can have these all poured every day. Black and white, and just have them poured and ready to go. You have your little canvas or whatever you're painting on. So, I'm excited. Are you? Okay. Let's get into our blue. Get our blue, get some white, and mix it till you come up with the blue you really, really like. I can hear the birds out here today. So I've got some blue. Let's go ahead and just put the blue from here up. And just go back and forth. You guys having a good day? I went outside and I took the dogs for a walk. We went almost 2 miles. It was beautiful. The wind was blowing a little bit here in Park City, but nothing that I'm not used to since I'm from Wyoming, huh? You hear my chimes? It's so pretty. Now you'll notice if you paint outside, you have to deal with like the wind. You have to deal with your paints drying. You have to paint a little bit faster. But it is kind of nice if you can set your little VCR or whatever you're using. I guess a VCR isn't the right word, is it? Your computer, your cell phone, your smartphone, your Nintendo. I don't know what you kids use anymore. I can hear the heavy equipment down there. They are building a pool. I'm gonna have a swimming pool that I have no access to. I just get to watch people swim all summer down below on my deck. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. Maybe I can find a friend and they'll let me join them, huh? Let Carmen and I go in there with them. Maybe we can give them one of our paintings. Now, let's go ahead and make this green, okay? So, we'll take our blue that we just made. We'll add a little bit of yellow and mix that in. And if you like the color, you don't even have to change it. You could keep that. And if your painting is drying out like mine is, just dip it in a little bit of water and add it to your little pile, which I had to do. And we'll just go ahead and see how I'm mixing these two here so that they blend. Do that with yours too. That way it doesn't look so abrupt. It kind of looks like fluffy grass. See how that looks? That's just me fluffing it in there and blending those two together like that. I need more green, so I'm going to get blue and yellow and some white and mix those together because I'm running out. I wasn't doing as good as I had hoped. Okay, you getting yours mixed? It's blue, yellow, and white. And just move your brush back and forth. Make sure you cover up all of your canvas. We don't want any white showing if you can help it. So when you log on from now on, if you're ready to paint, just go ahead and have your red, yellow, and blue poured. That way you don't have to worry about doing that with me and falling behind. And then I don't waste your time and you have to listen to me squirt and everything, huh? We don't need to do that today. Or any day, actually. You don't need to hear that. How'd you do? I hope you can see that. We'll find out later. So now, let's make it a little bit more exciting. Let's take a little bit of our yellow and some white and mix it with our green that we just had. And let's make it brighter. I think my neighbors are walking by and thinking I'm talking to myself. They're looking up at me. That's okay. Let's go ahead and fluff it up a little bit more at the top here. Just get a little more brightness over there. See how that looks better? And then maybe just throw a couple brightness patches in there. Just a little bit of that color in there. Maybe a little more. See how that's looking a little more exciting? I think so anyway. All right, now let's rinse our brushes. And let's dry them. Oh, it's so nice outside. Maybe someday you'll be able to paint outside too. I hope so. Okay, let's get a round brush or a flat brush that's smaller. So if you got one of those, this is all chopped up and raggedy because I'm trying to not have a good brush so you can keep up and know that maybe you don't have as nice a brush, huh? So let's go ahead and paint some of our white flowers with straight white. So let's get some of our white out and get it on both sides of your brush. All sides of your brush, depending on what kind you're using. Now let's go ahead and make some little flowers. Go ahead and make a little circle. And find another flower here, maybe make a little circle. Don't forget we're gonna have a birdie in there. And maybe one here. And you'll notice that it's kind of getting in the green, and that's okay. Maybe one right here, because we're gonna go over that again. Okay, and where should we do another one? Let's get a little more white on our brush, and maybe right there. That's the inside of our flower. Go ahead and wipe off some of that paint. Now, let's get into some more white. And let's make little tiny petals, just like that. There's 1, 2, 3. We're learning to count too, aren't we? 4 and 5. Now we just have to do it on a few more. Wipe off your brush if it gets really dirty again. I would suggest you do that a lot. Let's do this one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's wipe off our brush again. Now let's start down here and go 1, 2. I bet you guys are getting to be pros now at this. 3. I'm washing my brush off every time. Or wiping it off. 4, and here's 5. Whoop. Wipe it off. Oh, Carmen must be home. Can you hear him? 1. The dogs are barking at him. 2. Hi, Carmen. 3. 4, wipe off brush, and 5. One more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a minute, and then we'll go back over it. Look how this one's already dried. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more in the center here. A little more white in the center there. A little more white in the centers here. A little more white up here. Look how much better they look when they're bright. And you can whiten up all of these if you think they're dry enough. Just get some more on there, huh? Brighten all those up. Maybe let's wait on our green ones until later. Let's just do these ones up here. And that way these guys can dry a little more, okay? All right. Let's start on our little birdie now. So our bird is going to be yellow. So let's go ahead and get some white. And a lot of yellow, and a lot of white. And let's mix that together and get us a bright, bright yellow. Now we're going to have to do this a couple times because this background is going to show through in there. Probably on a lot of yours. If you're using thick paint, it might take a while for it to dry. I don't know how thick your paint is. Okay, get that yellow nice and made and bright and shiny. I'm going to make mine even brighter. I added a little more yellow to mine. To my white, a little brighter. Okay, there we go. It's all nice and yellow if you can see that. So let's make the top of our, first of all, let's think about our belly. Let's go ahead and make a smiley face. Oh, I'm so happy to be outside painting today. What? See my little smile? Looks like a banana now, huh? It's okay if yours does too. So now let's make his smile a little bit bigger on this side. Whoop, whoop, whoop. His smile's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we got a little point, and that's his tail. You got that? Looks like a banana. Now let's go ahead about right here, right there. Go ahead and get some paint on there and go like that. Make a heel. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Look at our heel. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and whop. And then it slid down and hit our smile. Did you see that? You might want to replay that again if you didn't see it. It was kind of fun. And then just fill that in and straighten out your little head. And look at that. You got a bird. Wow. Okay, let's take some of that yellow that we made and let's fill in the top of these little heads on our flower. Whoop, whoop. And this one, whoop, whoop. And let's go ahead and just do the insides of these ones too and see if our green's dry enough. If it's not, we can always wait for it to dry later. Look how pretty this is. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay, back to our birdie. Now, if your birdie isn't bright enough, then you'll want to come back and after it dries and get it all nice and yellow, okay? So you'll know how bright you want your bird. So if it's not dry enough, I'm outside, so mine is dry. But don't forget about your little tail feathers. Let's go ahead and make one little bump here, one little tail feather there, and a little teeny tiny one hooking on it. I guess it's not teeny tiny at all, is it? It's about the same size. Okay, that looks so cute. Now, let's go ahead and rinse off our brushes And I think we have to wait on that white for a minute, okay? Let's make our little wing, okay? I want to make our wing, let's make it pink since we haven't used our red yet. So let's get some red and some white and come up with a pretty color that you like. Maybe you want yours more red, maybe you want yours more pink and bright. It's yours to decide whatever you want. So after you're done mixing that, go ahead and take that brush and rinse it off. And let's switch to a pointier brush. So if you've got a little brush with a point on it, a little smaller one, whatever you've got, just pick through what you have. Maybe it's even a tiny one. Just find something with a little point on it. Then get into that pink we just made. And let's make an ice cream cone. So this is the top of our ice cream cone. It fell down. Whoop. Whoop. See, that's the top of the ice cream cone. See it? And then the sideways cone. Whoop. Whoop, because it fell over. See it? There's the cone. But it's really not a cone anymore. It's our wing. And let's give him some cheeks, okay? Little tiny cheek. Let's go whoop. Give him a little circle for a cheek. Now, rinse off your brush. You may want to come back and get that darker after it dries. Let's make an eyeball. Get your black. Make a little dot about there. And he's going to have a teeny tiny little beak. Just a teeny tiny one like that. Isn't he cute? And of course, birds need feet. So let's have his feet going up front a little bit. They're like, he's standing from the side just a little bit like that. See how it's not straight up and down on that one? And let's make that one tilted a little bit too. Just like that. And then give him 3 little feet. 3 little, what are they called, guys? I don't know. Anyway, come up with whatever you can on that. If yours looks a little difficult like mine, that's okay. If you're happy with your yellow, then you can outline your bird. So make sure, like see I stuck my arm in that green. Don't do that. Let's outline all of these. Whoop. I'm at a very difficult angle. I might stand up. And you just outline it. Try to do it the best you can. Some days I'm good painting lines, some days not. I had got rid of his beak. Did you see that? And if you did that to yours, all you need to do is make it a little bigger again. Eat him another one. Just like that. Okay? Now let's outline these flowers here because they're done. We will go ahead and do the best that you can with what you've got. My arm is asleep today, so I'm having a hard time. See, if you have a hard time like me some days, you just make do, huh? And if you don't like those little white dots, just come back later and fill them in, okay? Whoop. I'm just speed deviling through this now. I've got the wind coming in on me. It is so nice outside, but you have to deal with the wind. You have to deal with the drying out of your painting from the elements outside. But it is still super, super fun. So, if you want those more white, you might want to hold off and rinse off your brush. Get back into your white again. Go back here and get these white, super white. Go ahead and get them all white. I think it's important to have them white. I'm hurrying, the wind is picking up. I might want to check the forecast next time I decide to go outside, huh? But it was so worth it to hang out here with you outside. Okay, I'm going to rinse off my brush again. And I'm just going to outline it in black. Everything just like I did there. Go ahead and get it all outlined. You can even do like half of it on one side and then come back and do the other, whichever ways makes it easier for you. I'm going to go on the other side. Maybe that'll make it a little easier for me. How you doing? Look at that. My brush is getting... The harder you push down, the more you'll get stuff like that. You might like that. That's not what I'm shooting for. Now, if you're taking your time on this, don't get nervous you're falling behind, because you get to do this after I sign off. And you can take your time and make yours even more beautifuler than mine. Whoop, whoop, and whoop, whoop. Rinsing off my brush a little bit. Put my 2020 so we can all remember what year we had to be quarantined, huh? Did everybody have fun? I sure hope so. I know I did. So here you go, and we'll be doing another one tomorrow. I'm not sure what. It'll be a surprise. You all have a good day. Be sure to clean up all your mess and your brushes too, so that your mom will let you come and play again. Bye, guys.